Hello, Dollar General friends. In this video, we're going to look at the penny list and talk about some items that are dropping to 90% off on Tuesday, October 28th. What you're seeing on the screen right now is visuals of all the items that will be going to a penny on Tuesday, October 28th. There is a very nice penny list this week. Most of the items are register candy items and things that you would normally find on the front end check lanes. And then there is a lot of cat food, a couple things of dog treats. The children's swim diapers are going to a penny this week. And then there's a couple of workout themed items, kind of fitness items, some phone holders, and fitness stretch bands that are on this penny list for this week. That has me really confused because those items were a part of the fitness stuff that went to a penny at most stores months ago. So I'm not sure if that means the stores that didn't have fitness items dropped to a penny because it was a year miles may vary situation. Only some stores had that. I don't know if the stores that didn't go to a penny last time are going to go to a penny now, maybe. I would just recommend, if you're going penny shopping on Tuesday, to scan any workout stuff you find just in case it's a penny at your store. Since those items were pennies at most of my stores already, I don't think I'll be finding any this week, but I still added those to the visuals in case you want to keep an eye out for them. If you're wondering where you'll be finding these penny items this week, I think there's a couple of places that you should check. Of course, you always want to check the clearance section of your store. Usually that's where they have the discontinued items, so you have a good chance of finding these items over there, mixed in with all the other items that have the yellow and orange clearance stickers on them. Usually the shelves say clearance. That section of your store, you're likely to find this stuff mixed in. And then if your store has a last chance food rack, a lot of stores have a black metal rack that is either at the front of the store or the back of the store. Sometimes it's on a random aisle, but it will have the discontinued food items that they've pulled. And a lot of times that's where they'll put the register candy when it's discontinued. So you definitely want to look there this week because you might find some of the candy bars and the 5-hour energies and things like that mixed in there. And also, if you're looking for the register candy and all the other items that are normally found on the front end, make sure you actually check the front end. Sometimes stores will just scoot the old candy to the side and put the new candy next to it, or they'll mix it up in a box of new candy so that the register candy is still by the register instead of putting it somewhere else in the store. So you're likely to find the penny candy bars just sitting on the U-Scan up near the register. Since they don't use U-Scans anymore, a lot of stores, almost every store I go in, does not use the U-Scan as an actual register anymore. They just use it as a display space. So when they pulled the discontinued candy items and the other stuff from around the registers, there's a good chance they just set them on the U-Scan so that the items still have a chance to sell. So I would definitely look up there for these penny items. If you're looking for the swim diapers, I would make sure I check the diaper section. Sometimes when they get rid of the displays of swim diapers, if they just have a few packs left, they'll mix them in with all the regular diapers or just sit them up on the sky shelf in that area. So definitely check over there if you're wanting to find those. There is one kind of juice on the penny list this week, so that's going to be in the cooler if you can find that. That's definitely a weird thing to just have one refrigerated item going to a penny this week. I'm definitely going to look for it, but you can't buy a lot of those because they don't stay in date very long. Maybe if you have a food bank near you, you can look for the penny juice because it would be a great thing to donate perhaps. And then if you're hoping to find some of the cat food that's going to a penny this week, or if you're looking for the dog treats, I recommend you go over to the pet aisle where the full price pet items are and check the end caps. A lot of times they have a set list of what's supposed to be on those end caps, but sometimes they'll mix in some of the clearance items and discontinued items to that space so they can display it so it has a chance to sell. They're more likely to sell random pet items if they leave them next to the other pet items. So there's a chance you could find those over there. So I would definitely check the regular pet aisle to try to find some of these pet penny items this week. And then, as you've probably noticed, I am now scrolling through some visuals of items that are going to 90% off this week. There is a ton of categories dropping in price on Tuesday, October 28th. This stuff is going to 90% off, which of course is an amazing price point. This will be the last time these items drop in price before they go to a penny. So I'm going to read through those categories, even though they're also scrolling across your screen. The green clover items will be going to 90% off. There is a $1 tropical summer category, a travel category, which I cannot find visuals for. There's some suitcases and things. I can't find them. And then there is a $1 garden category that has green clovers that's going to 90% off. The non-core summer insect bug spray items and non-core private brand sun care items are going to 90% off this week. The spring and summer stationery and party items are going to 90% off. The back to school stationery and hardware is going to be 90% off this Tuesday. The Club 92 candles are going to 90% off this week. That's a category that's super confusing. I do plan on trying my best to get out a lot of visual videos this week to show you which items are included in all of this 90% off stuff. The Dolly Parton Summer Collection and the Dolly Parton Cup of Ambition Collection will be going to 90% off this week. I did make a video with almost 200 visuals from those categories the other day. So if you want to see that, I'm going to link it at the end of this video. All the items in that video. At the time, if you listen to what I'm saying, I might have said they were 70% off when I made that video, but all of those items will be going to 90% off this week. So now's the time you really, really want to look for them. So if you want to see extra visuals of those, watch that video. The spring and summer yellow dot apparel and accessories will be going to 90% off this week. Basically, any purses or accessories or ink pens and things that you find with yellow dots, just not the flip-flops. Every year people get confused because the flip-flops have yellow dots, but they do not follow the markdown process of all the other yellow dot summer items. The lawn and garden items, the pink square swim and summer toys, those will be going to 90% off this week. If you're looking at the pink square toys, the chalk in the bubbles will be excluded. That stuff stays full price now, but the swim goggles and swimming pools and floats, things of that nature, those will be included in the 90% off sale. Beach towels are going to 90% off. The green dot home goods will be 90% off. There are camping items that are going to 90% off. Green Star apparel, which includes all the random Mother's Day shirts, Valentine's shirts, and then there's a collection of Black History items that have green stars on them. Those are going to 90% off this week. The Purple Dot Home is going to 90% off this week. 4th of July seasonal items, patriotic party and apparel. And then finally, there are 3 categories of purple clover items that are going to 90% off this week. There is a category of spa items. There's the sweet treats category, which kind of just looks like Valentine's party stuff, if we're being honest. And then the gaming tier table items are finally going to 90% off this week. So there are a lot of reasons to go shopping at Dollar General this week. I'm definitely going out on Tuesday. I'm going to try to shop like I used to shop and hit a lot of stores in one day and see what I can find. This makes me super excited about next week. More than likely, all the items that are 90% off this week should be a penny next week. I can't guarantee that, but that's usually how it goes. So I'm definitely looking forward to all this stuff dropping to a penny. There are so many categories. It is going to be crazy. Let me know in the comments, what are you most hoping to find this week? Are you going after the penny items? Or is there some stuff that you're hoping to find at 90% off? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you out and you get a great haul this week of all the things you're hoping to find. And until next time, bye.